Hey guys, welcome to the Top Drive show. This time it's the Koenigsegg one-to-one showcase. What you're going to see in the next video is a very unique location called the H&H Museum, or more commonly known as Zegg's Garage, which you can look up on YouTube or Instagram. What it is a private museum with a very nice collection of extremely rare cars from the 20th and the 21st century. So we are, as a team, extremely grateful to the owners of this garage for allowing us to use this space to film this episode. We'd also like to thank the official dealership of Koenigsegg in the UK, Super Vitura and Louis specifically, for allowing us access to this unique and rare car, the Koenigsegg one-to-one. So what you will see in this episode is a showcase. As usual, we will compare this car against other cars in this class. We will show you some footage and talk about it. And a little bit of a disclaimer, this video was filmed before the lockdown in the UK a few months back. Yes, so without further ado, let's get into it. Let's head to the Zegg's Garage and see how Koenigsegg one-to-one performs against similar cars in Top Drives. Hi, my name is Dimitri. I'm the community manager here at Top Drives.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm the motoring journalist on the Top Drives team.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and I'm design director here at Hutch.
So yeah, welcome guys, and this place is something else, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah. So we've got the Koenigsegg one-to-one sitting behind us, and today we will be talking about it, as this is the car that will be the prize car for the Tri-Series event in Top Drives that is coming up, and the final should be starting very soon, giving you the chance to win this amazing car. It's quite powerful in the game as well. So John will actually talk about it and compare it to some of the other cars that we already have in the game. So I guess we'll go right into it.
Just jump in. It is lovely, actually. Yeah, going from kind of sitting on Zoom calls to sitting in front of this car is a very nice change. Yeah, and as you say, this is, I think, in a way, kind of the reason why we have prize cars is for the most kind of interesting and kind of iconic and powerful cars in the game. So they're all good. I think it's probably fair to say this is bringing out the big guns. This is right up there. Very top of the tree in terms of the Top Drives world. The stats, I think we've covered the kind of in-depth stats a little bit more in a separate video, so I'm not going to kind of go into too much detail about that. In the game it's RQ96. I think the only reason it isn't higher is that it's rear-wheel drive, whereas some of its sort of comparable cars have four-wheel drive, which just pushes that RQ up a little bit more. But yeah, I thought we'd just kind of jump in and just have a look and see sort of how it gets on. And actually, we just haven't held back. It's up against the stiffest possible competition. So I think first, kind of running it against McLaren P1 on a 1 mile drag, and I think this is where I think you just see. The stats are unbelievable on this car. It's just absolutely mighty kind of top end. And I think, the McLaren P1 is a very rapid car. They get off the line kind of neck and neck, and then it's just that kind of second half of the race, it just completely blows it away, which is, I think, probably to be expected.
Yeah, I think in some respects, as brilliant as the McLaren is, there's a whole tier higher of car that this sits in some respects. You know what I mean? It's when it comes to acceleration as well, that is it's just the next level up, isn't it? In terms of things, that sort of power is just phenomenal.
Yeah. So drag races or any challenges on the ball, anything where it's in that kind of upper half of the sort of performance spectrum. It's there's really not a lot that can touch it. So. Another fearsome opponent now, putting it against our old favourite Porsche 918 Spider on the fast circuit. And I think this is quite interesting in that actually the 918 still bursts off the line quicker. I guess it's four-wheel drive. It's got that incredible traction. You get onto the long straight, and then just here comes the one-to-one, and actually it opens up a gap that the 918. It's trying, but it just can't quite close that gap again
on
the fast circuit. So another pretty convincing victory for the 1-to-1 there. And then just to mix things up a bit, this is getting into kind of fantasy imagination territory. I thought if you're going to kind of be in Monaco, you're going to be trying to race home to your residence between you and a friend in a Chiron. We just thought kind of let's see what happens. So a mix of kind of short drags and some tight twisty turns. And again, a bit like with the 918, the Chiron's off the line quicker. It's just that unbelievable traction. But the 1-to-1 it just is a lighter car. I think through the twisty stuff, through the corners, it's got better handling. And it closes the Chiron right back up, and through the last few turns, just takes victory. So, again, and it's probably, what do you think, 400 or 500 kilograms lighter than a
It could well be, yeah. I mean, like I say, I have to admit, I'm incredibly lucky that I suppose I've experienced a Chiron and a 918, and I've managed to sort of been in those cars, and they are breathtaking. I mean, the Chiron, it was, having been in one of those, it felt like you were worse than sort of falling off a cliff in some respects, because it didn't stop, but you didn't just kept going. It was just a phenomenal experience. But when you can compare the figures that both of those cars have compared to this is a whole other aspect thing, and I just can't imagine. I've not been in a 1-to-1. I've never experienced what it would be like, and I can't imagine what it would be like. I don't think I've ever been on anything that would even compare to it. So seeing those, that kind of plays out how you would expect. It's faster than the fastest sort of cars. It's just
just staggering achievement. So, and then I thought just for something completely different as well, moving on from my kind of fantasy Monaco race, and this is quite a personal thing, but when we first started building the game, when we put the fast circuit in, and there's a bit where the kind of end of the first long straight gets very close to the kind of second to last corner, and I've always been looking for cars something where the speed differential is so big that you could actually almost meet and wave to each other on that corner. So it's really stupid, and this is just a very personal thing that has nothing else to do with anyone in the team. And I thought, all right, this is a car that could maybe do that. I thought, let's keep a vague connection so it's not utterly irrelevant. We'll keep it Swedish. And so I picked a lovely kind of Volvo 145, which is in no way a bad car. I mean, a lovely car, just somewhat out of its depth on a fast circuit against a 1-to-1. And you can see, I mean, yes, it looks a bit fast forwarded
just one
when you
car.
do it. Yeah, just screaming down the back straight, taking those few corners. And then I'll pause it at the appropriate point. So it's not quite, but I think at a distance you can just see the Volvo getting towards the end of the straight. And I mean, it's just, I think in some ways, again, it's not a competitor at all, but I think it just puts it in perspective what an unbelievable car this is. And it's a very healthy 397 point victory. So just, like I say, it feels actually like quite a special occasion in the world of top drives. And it's been great being here, seeing the car, finding out a bit more about it. And I can't wait to see the sort of the level of competition that goes on, because I think this is going to be one of those cars that I think, like you say, it's at such a different level that almost no matter what gets added to the game in the next sort of 12 months, 24 months, it's like no matter what, this is still going to be sitting right up at the very, very top, really.
It's only those kind of short circuits and stuff, a little bit like the Chiron, where the start is going to make a big difference because of the four-wheel drive and possibly traction out of kind of like slower corner type things, because of four-wheel drive. But that's the only thing that's going to really sort of,
And it's actually it will be the highest top speed car available in the game. There may be a couple of its siblings that take that crown in the future, but for the time being, the fastest car in the game.
Speaking of which, I think it's quite exciting for Top Drives players to get a chance to own this car in general, because it's the first time, I think, since European Revolution update landed in August that we have a European Revolution car as a prize car, and certainly a first Koenigsegg, and that fast. So it's definitely up there with one of the best for sure.
There's not really many things that you can't have much greater contrast between what we've got sort of flanking the 1-to-1, compared to it itself. It's just fantastic.
But yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been an amazing day over here in this garage, and we're very much looking forward to you guys, players of Top Drives, competing for this awesome car. And wishing you good luck, and see you in the next episode of the Top Drive Show. So, see you guys.
Great. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.